What's up, everybody? It's Fabio Poten. You know this, bringing you guys today. We're gonna do a little Jujutsu Kaisen chapter, a little analysis, a little discussion. We're gonna talk about the last few chapters that I missed. And I think I'm gonna just do this from now on, a little easier than we're live reacting to them. We're gonna talk about chapters 132, chapters 134. Man, this shit crazy. I know I've been saying this for months. I think the Shibuya event about to end. I think it's about to end. This shit's never gonna end, bro. This shit's never gonna get done. But now I think it kind of is getting close. We got everybody in one place. But let's talk about the last few chapters. Let's talk about my boy Mijito going outside. Let's talk about let's just talk about all this shit, man. Let's talk about it real quick. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Now, let's talk about the obvious. If you don't know, I'm a huge Mijito fan. And did I just love seeing him be the ultimate villain, seeing him being an asshole? But you know, just as quickly as this man's hype had been built up, all of it was drained away. But I didn't mind it. But oof, man, I'm telling you, bro, that shit hurt me. So we see in chapter 132 is where we starting off. Yuji, Mijito tries to open up a little bit, tries to use some bait to get Yuji to come in. And he does get him, but he fails to realize or acknowledge or respect the divergent fist, the delayed attack. And I thought this was pretty cool how Gege brought this full circle, how we got this callback to an ability that Yuji had learned very, very early on in the series. And something that might have been like a deficiency of his in his fight against Mijito the first time, but here it works to his advantage, you know. And I just gotta talk about Mijito's form. Man, this dino looking teeth, this shit. Oh man, look at my tail, isn't it so cool, huh? Yeah, but all that aside, all Mijito's goofy form aside, I really appreciate this fight, and it was beautiful how it was drawn. You know, I love when the bait fails, Mijito gets popped, and then Todo gives his epic speech. And it was a real heartfelt one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the huge or the biggest Todo fan, but I gained a lot of respect from him in this arc. Like I gained a lot of respect from him. Like he's a really cool guy, and it is actually kind of sad to see what happened to him. But his quote, "Listen here, cursed spirit. An arm is merely a declaration. The act of applause is an accumulation of the soul." And I just love this scene because Mijito is worried about, you know, the switching power. And Todo does it, you know, he does the smack. He smacks his hands together. It's a beautiful double page spread. You can feel the motion in the panel. You can see the fear in Mijito's face. But he didn't switch. And I just love Todo's, you know, sorry, my boogie woogie curse technique is already dead. It's just so sad, man. But then, you know, it's just so heartwarming at the same time because Yuji cracks the fuck out of Mijito. Like a fucking, like just going straight out of Hunter x Hunter, sends this dude flying. But Mijito proceeds to go outside, starts throwing up on the floor. It's pretty horrible, actually. It's kind of, I was like, damn, Mijito, you getting your ass beat, you getting the brakes beat off you. But it made sense. It's been a long, drawn out fight. They both taking a lot of damage. So like I said, I'm not mad at it. He starts panicking though, and you know, I really like the part where Yuji accepts Mijito as part of him. And it takes me back to the part early on in the series in Young Fish Reverse Punishment when Mijito told Junpei, if you hate, then kill. And you know, maybe that's just how Yuji feels right now. You know, he just hates Mijito, he hates curses, and he just wants to kill them. And I think this part though is a bit sad for Yuji's character because he says that, you know, he might not be anything more but a cog in the system. And just a simple device for simply exterminated curses. I don't think he should view himself like that. He's more than that. I believe he's more than that. But he's been broken this arc, and it is going to be interesting to see moving forward how this is going to impact him and the rest of the crew. Now, Gege uses some nice imagery here to show that Yuji has become the hunter and Mijito has become the hunted. You know, you see the snow see them walking through it and shit like that, and you see, you know, the panels of him, of Mijito being the rabbit and Yuji being the wolf, but then an even bigger wolf shows up, and that's Geto. And then let's fast forward to chapter 133. And I like this to start off with this part right here about the doubts crawling into maybe some of the sorcerer's minds about Yuji, and if he can really control the cursed Sukuna that lays within him. And I like the idea of this tension because it was already put in the first place. And you remember, Gojo was around and Gojo was strong, so everybody didn't really fear Sukuna because they were like, well, you know, we got Gojo here to take care of it. But now with Gojo gone, nobody keep Sukuna Yuji in check. There's a lot of fear going on. And the character Kusekabe says that he thinks that Yuji should get the death penalty, and you know, that's good because of what he did, destroying all the buildings and shit like that. So this is very good, very interesting. See where this goes, see what kind of tension this leads to with the group and everything that's happened to everybody. So I can't wait to see it. And we gotta talk about my man. We gotta talk about my. Shout out to the homie Tom. Me and him been like trying to figure out what the fuck, where's this girl been at for months. Finally, she pops up. She been to Malaysia. My been in Malaysia this whole time. We thought she was fighting Geto. I thought she was on a shirt. Nah, she was in Malaysia chilling. I was like, what the fuck? Now she's having this very cryptic conversation with an individual. I'm not even gonna waste my time trying to figure out who it is. But maybe Mama does say something I find interesting. She says that you should sell all Japanese stock and Tokyo real estate. I already exchanged yen. A negative chain reaction affecting major developed nations may be unavoidable. Something bad is on the horizon that she knows about. And it ties into exactly what we're about to talk about next. See, Yuji rushes in after the Mai shit. Yuji rushes into Geto to try to save Gojo. But Geto just suns him worse than a fucking low diff. Just... You know, he just does godly like shit, you know, opening portals, you know, messing with space, you know, all that stuff, you know, regular villain shit. And, you know, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's over for Mijito. You know, before his conclusion, he says something pretty interesting. He says, I knew that after all, I was born of humans. And you see, I'm not entirely sure what he's addressing here, whether it was the things Geto was saying during his expedition against Yuji or what is revealed next chapter. Well, Mijito is turned into a small ball, and Geto tells Yuji they will begin discussing the new world to come onto chapter 134. Now, at the beginning of chapter 134, Geto explains maximum curse technique, and I was like, oof, maximum. A curse technique, an ability apart from domains he claims that is the most supreme art. It's when all cursed spirits combine into one. And as you can imagine, with a cursed spirit like Mijito, the destruction would be absolutely just insane. Now, see, Geto consumes Mijito, and that's when I said I think that's the end of our boy. And it's kind of a fitting ending when you think about it. Mijito's one to be taken advantage of the whole time, so for him to be taken advantage of and be used as fodder against some other fodder was pretty sad. And I just don't want to believe it's the end for my guy. Like, he's gonna come back reincarnated as another curse or something. I don't know. But rip Mijito, man. If that's the end, man, that's how you go out. He gets eaten, gets swallowed. That's crazy. Getting swallowed by another man, if that's how you die, is insane. But anyways. Geto, he consumes Mijito. And then he notices that some of the Koitai, I'm probably saying that wrong, Koitai, whatever, students have showed up. He notices them, but you know, he's Geto, man. The fuck? Fodder ass bitch. Dodges everything. Negated it. And now, my favorite part of this chapter, please forgive me, I'm probably saying her name wrong. It's probably, I think it's Miwe or something. She her and Mekumaru had a thing, but man, she got the classic like shonen hype speech that like I love, like that I'm gonna do it. Don't care what happens to me. I don't care. This is the last swing I ever. But Geto was like, that's cool and all, but no, that's a cool speech. I admire your fighting spirit, but yeah, my favorite part though was like he breaks her blade before she even does her attack. Like she doesn't even finish saying her named attack. He's like, nah, you not even. That was savage, and I thought she was about to die too. Now Geto unleashes the Uzumaki on her, and it's devastating. And like looks like it's like fucking going down to like the Earth's planet core. Luckily, she's saved by Kusakabe and shit, and like Odahime and stuff like that. Get her the fuck out of there. So she didn't die. Everybody's cool. Panda arrives on the scene, seeing Geto, but knowing that it isn't entirely him. Shozo arrives as well, and that's when we get the big reveal that Geto is actually Nori Toshikamo. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. We find out that that's him. And he was revealed in chapter 60, part 6 of the Origin of Obedience arc, all the way back in the day for the OG fans who've been reading this since back in the day. You've been reading since back in the day, you'll remember. You'll remember chapter 60. It was a minute ago. Like Viz wasn't even translating this shit yet. Probably one of my favorite arcs too. But that's when this man first got revealed. We didn't know what he looked like, but we first got the name drop and some of the lore that he was the most evil Jujutsu sorcerer in history. That's when we got the info dump of the girl from the Meiji era. That was a special. She had the special genetic makeup to give birth to cursed children, and we don't know exactly what happened, but some very, very naughty, disgusting experiments happened in the impregnation and other weird shit. Very, very, very dark shit. And we don't know what happened exactly. That's going to be a crazy flashback when we get it. But we get the reveal. That's who he is. And I get even more confused because then Chozo runs up screaming, "How dare you make me want to kill my little brother, Yuji Itadori?" And I have a few ideas. But I don't want to share them yet because I don't have them fully like thought out. I'm going to do a little bit more reading and stuff like that. But I have a few ideas. But like I said, I need to flesh them out and think. But yeah, it's getting crazy. We have a lot of people here right now, so the conclusion is actually happening now. Before I kept saying that, but we have like everybody's in one place. We have Yuji here. We have Geto here. Well, not Geto, but Nori Toshikami here. We got Nori Toshikamo. We have Chozo here, Odahime here. We have Oda Koitoi students here. We have everybody here. The only person I think that can say this now is Yuta. Yuta's pulling up this arc. I don't know when, but he's pulling up. Yuta has to pull up this arc. He's the only one who can stop this. But yeah, everybody's here right now, man. And yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is hitting on another level. I'm hyped. Shibuya has been hyped, man. But we got a 2-week break, man. That's tough, man. That's tough. That's usually how it happens, though. Beginning of the year for manga is pretty rough, and anime, because I think anime stops for a little bit too, so it's gonna be pretty rough for a while. But we'll get through it. Got some content to make, some more shit to stuff, and we got plenty of theories to think about now. But what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about this reveal, this Nori Toshikamo reveal? What do you guys think about Mijito going out like a fucking, like a sad ass little man that it was? What did you guys think about Todo in his speech, the applause? What do you think about Yuji and his growth? What do you think about him and what he sees himself as now? What do you guys just think about Shibuya, part 51? That's where we're at right now, guys. 51 parts of Shibuya, and it's been absolutely just amazing. It's been really good. I think this is easily the best arc in the series now. I was giving it a little bit of pushback, but now this is bar none. So like I said, comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about the chapter. Like, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, all that good shit. Reach Kaisen. And yeah, I'm Fabio Poe. I'll see y'all in the next one.